Hey everyone, my name's Danielle Duran. This is my short and sweet little introduction. Miss Luna here is teething. She won't let me put her down, so hopefully we can get through this without any meltdowns. So I'll just start with some personal information. Originally I'm from upstate New York. When I was 18 and I graduated high school, I decided that I just hated the weather up there, I couldn't take it anymore, and moved to Daytona for college. So that's where I obtained my associates. Through mutual friends at Daytona State, that's how I met my husband. So once I finished up my degree, his job is out here in Orlando, so I moved out here with him, and this is where we've been ever since. Together we have 4 kids. Alicia is 7, Jason is almost 4, Jacob is 2, and Miss Luna here is 6 months. I've noticed in this area, it's mainly Spanish speaking. My husband's fluent, so he's trying to work with me on it. I know basic Spanish. A lot of my patients at work are Spanish speaking only, so it's really a skill that I need to work on. In our spare time, we live close to Disney World. We're a Disney family. We enjoy our annual passes. Our kids enjoy it. We like to go camping. We have a jet ski, so we take it out in the lake by our house. And I also just opened an Etsy shop because I enjoy making hair bows for my daughter. So for my first item, I borrowed this from my kids. It's a toy stethoscope because when I was a kid, that was one of my favorite toys. I had a little medical kit. I would take care of my baby dolls, take care of my stuffed animals. It's just what I like to play with. Essentially, I was kind of just made to be a nurse, I guess. You know, everybody has these inspiring stories as to why they became a nurse, but for me, there just really wasn't any other option. That was just, I knew that's what I wanted to do ever since I was little. You okay? I grew up in a really rural area, so my primary care provider was a nurse practitioner, and she was great. She was very thorough. I really loved being cared for by her. She essentially was my inspiration as to why I'm on the path that I am now, and so I'm very thankful for that. Alright, for my next item is my CVICU nurse mug. So I currently work at Osceola Regional. It's a level 2 trauma center in the CVICU. That's where I started off as a new grad. When I first started, there was just the neurotrauma ICU and the CVICU. The CVICU was pretty big and the neurotrauma ICU was pretty small, so we ended up getting all different types of patients: medical ICU, surgical, trauma ICU. Jason, please stop, baby. And so I'm pretty well-rounded with critical care. I really enjoy my job. And that's the only job I've ever had. So I love critical care, and what I've noticed is that a lot of hospitalizations can be prevented with primary care and basic health care. I see a lot of patients that come in DKA or you know, just simple things, not having access to their medications, so they're in a hypertensive crisis. So I think it's so important that we advocate for primary care, and as a nurse practitioner, it's so important. So that's how I'm kind of tying my ICU experience into primary care and as a family nurse practitioner, because I see how important it is. For my last item, I have this UCF alumni thing. That's where I got my bachelor's from, that's where my husband has his master's from, and that's where I plan to go back for my doctorate. I think it's so important to obtain your DNP as a nurse practitioner so that we can advocate for our role better, truly understand research and how to apply it, and as well as, sorry, I lost my train of thought here. In addition to obtaining my DNP, obviously I want to pass boards and practice as a nurse practitioner. And in my free time, I would like to volunteer, you know, give back to the community, maybe volunteer at a clinic for the homeless or a free clinic of some sort, because I think it's important that everybody has access to care. But yeah, I'll wrap this up because she's getting a little fussy, so happy to meet you guys.